Yo, welcome back. That was URL with another track. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to hit them dudes up at URL music.com. You know what I'm saying? For all the latest stuff that they're doing. And definitely check them boys out all over YouTube and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yay.
I'm pissed off. But anyway, the very mad. But I'm not saying anything more. All I'm saying is that yo, I was gonna talk about, or we were gonna talk about that the fight in Atlanta between a girl and a guy. So Kiki, you could
enlighten everyone.
Yeah, again.
I can do that.
Let me stop.
Okay, so you know, I'm always on my little internet travels. I'm always finding, you know, comedic things to entertain myself with, and I came across this fight between this guy and this girl, and a random bystander decided to jump in. And it was really an argument about, I mean, honestly, and there's no disrespect to the people who are arguing, because it could have been something really serious, but from what I saw, it was really stupid. And, like, the guy, ended up getting up, and the girl got up, and they kind of got close, and he threw a punch at him. And that's when the other guy jumped in, and basically the whole train kind of helped out at that point. They ended up kind of like getting him off the train. So it went pretty far, but there was a lot more fussing than there was fighting. I would say the fussing went on for about 6 minutes.
Yeah,
so they could have ended all of that early, but that's, yeah, I know.
You know, and I mean,
know, yeah, so what you got to say about it? Because I already know.
Yo, I'm just saying, pretty much, I know, right? Pretty much, I'm just saying that, wow. Oh, my fault, I'm looking at something else while I'm bugging out. I'm just saying that the chick, you know, I feel both of them are stupid. I feel he's stupid for letting, you know what I'm saying, her provoke him, especially the fact, you know what I'm saying, you were saying that she looked younger. She looked mad young, so you let a kid, you know, get you up, you know, you're wearing a, you know, 1992 jacket, and that wasn't cool. Now let me stop. But seriously, like, you know, she got all pissed, you know, in his face like a dude, you know. So you gotta know as females, just because you're a female, you can't be jumping in people's face. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like he didn't have the right to hit her. But you expect anything when you jumping in somebody's face.
Well, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
So what should they both have done if they both had a disagreement with each other?
Well, if you don't know that person, what's the disagreement? The only disagreement I can say is maybe he was staring, and in that case, you just let a nigga stare at you. If he says something disrespectful, I can understand that. But in that case, since it was, like I said, a bust, there's not much you could do if somebody's mouthing off at you. So if she's mouthing off at him, whatever like that. But
I mean, he was really.
I seen that she got up first.
Well, I don't really know who started it first, but
no, I mean got up in his face.
Huh?
It looked like he got up or she got up in his face first. So
well,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, but see how else could she get in his face if he didn't stand up?
No. But if she was coming over him, he could have got up. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know because
I don't know exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, he got up a couple of times. I'm not, you know. All I'm saying is, it seemed like both of them could have stopped, and it was really kind of like a showing off at that point, and who could carry who the most. I never really thought that it would get physical because, like I said, they look like grown-ass, you know, males and females. The girl, to me, does look younger than this guy, especially with this Italian coat on. And I know we keep bringing this coat, this coat circa 1995 back, but, you know, I would assume that he's kind of up there.
But you know what? Knowing girl, I were on the bet she was clowning his coat first. And then, let me stop. I don't know if that happened. But I'm just saying, like, both of them, you know, were stupid for that, you know, and then dude came in from nowhere, and I understand, you know, you're trying to protect all like that, but that could, you know, eventually have beef between y'all two. He might see you again, you know what I'm saying? He might try to, you know what I'm saying, do some harm to you or somebody with you, and then you ain't never gonna see this girl again unless you knew her. I can see if you knew her, or she was your sister or something like, or your friend, then you gotta do what you gotta do. But in that case, if I saw my friend argue with another dude and I've done it, I always pull my friend's side, but yo. But to be honest, the one person that was responsible for the whole thing was that bus driver. Because they should have pulled that bus over and told both of them to get off.
Well, see, the thing was with us that they were on a, I don't really think, if they were on a bus, it was a really big bus.
No, yeah, it said I was just looking, it said the MARTA bus.
Oh, okay. It was a really, golly, y'all got some big buses in there, man.
It looked like a train. But in that case, if it wasn't...
Like a train. It does, to me, it looks like a train.
See, that's what I was saying, but it said...
No. It is a train, because remember, they got off on the stop.
Oh,
so it's a train. It's just a person. Whoever was the idiot who uploaded it.
Yeah, it says a bus fight.
It's
but
not
you
a
know
bus.
what? No, it looks like it do look like a bus, though.
I don't think it's a bus because it was a stop. Like, it seemed like it was an underground stop. How many buses you know be on tracks?
Well, not on tracks. It could, well, you know what? No, that's in New York. When they go to Port Authority, they go underground.
Yeah, I think it was a train.
No, but the thing is, then in that case, one of them could have went to another car.
I mean, he could have gone to another car.
And I'm saying him as the man. And this is what I'm saying. I'm not disrespecting females because female could do the same thing. But just if she's not, you could be a man and just step the hell off. Be a punk. Yeah. You ain't never going to see her again.
Yeah.
But it's really hard. I went through
Huh?
chicks clowning on buses. Like, you don't even, man, I ain't going to, I don't know if I'm going to reveal this story to y'all.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to tell y'all. I was in high school, right? And I thought I was doing, because every time I wet my hair, of course, it gets curly. So I was, everybody was like on some Rick Fox curly. So I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Girls was like, oh, I like that. When I didn't have my cornrows in, right, I would do that, and that shit would be, you know, Jim Jones-ish and you know, like Rick Fox-ish. That's how I called it. And I would
like Rick Fox?
Get out of here. Whatever. They was clowning me. So, you know, cats would be like, yo, you got Jerry curl shit. So they was, it was clowning. And this girl was clowning to the point that I was so pissed off. But, you know, I had to laugh it off after the period was over. And I had to tell her, I dapped her up and everything. Say, yo, you know, I was like, F all of y'all. But, yo, that was funny. Because what she did was, I don't even want to say this for real, man. Because everybody going to laugh. I know whatever. I put baby oil in my hair so it could keep it curly the whole day so it wouldn't dry out. And she was like, my dude was behind me. And I said, and he was like, son, what the fuck is this on my paper? He was like, yo, man, you drip, your shit dripping. And I was like, shut up, nigga. I know that shit dripping. And then he was laughing. So then this girl, she looks over and she said, yo, why your hair shiny? Why you drip? And she was clowning the whole time. And I couldn't leave the class. The teacher didn't say nothing.
Really?
She didn't say nothing how my I was a sophomore. Ain't say nothing to them. So I was pissed. I was just heated. And then after that, I was like, nah, you cool, yo. And then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, girls that do that want to talk to you. For real, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that or whatever. And then I gave her the cold shoulder. I was like, nah, I gave her a wrong number.
Oh, boy.
I did all types of shit like that. She told me to call her. I ain't call that. She kept like she was outside of every one of my classes. I told her, and then I started flipping it. But I mean, the point was is that I had baby oil in my hair, and it was kind of funny, just like his coat. So I can understand if she was clowning his coat, because sometimes you gotta be clowned for stuff.
Yeah.
But they should have walked away from it. It should have been walked away. He got beat down. You know, the other dude came and got beat down. What's funny is that dude that fought. He probably tried to, because I seen guys do this, he probably tried to holler at the girl after that, and the girl said, I ain't talking to you, man. And kept one, and he felt stupid.
I hope that's not what happened.
I know it did.
I mean, she could, even if he was busted, she had to at least give him a number. Now, it doesn't have to be her number.
Girls are grimy.
But it should at least be a number.
Man, like I said, I told my wife that females are grimy creatures. I said, that's I can't even say people. I said grimy creatures. I can't even mess with y'all. I said I can't even mess with that, yo. I told my son, they young. My sons are 2 and 1, and I told them just pimp, yo. Don't even get married or nothing, cause they could be grimy as hell, man. That's what's up. But yo, I'm gonna jump into another track. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be right back. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play crossover. All right.
Let's do it.
When When the music started up, that's when my life began. I was breathing through the lyrics once I started writing them. I fell in love with the game when I first heard her speak. Y'all fell in love with my name when you first heard of me. Remember when the music started turning the wrong way? Cause everybody started doing exactly what the songs say. And that just made it worse, cause that just made it hurt. They wanted to make it last, nobody will ever learn. So what's exactly gonna happen when the music stops? When the curtains fall, when the speakers pop, when the lights cut off, and when I pack it up, when the world learns that I don't even give up. When's it gonna stop coming to me so easily? Why can't they see what I can see? Compared to me, they're blind to see. The real MCs are playing hide and seek. We gotta find them and remind them of the times, and then we can take it back. So when?
Till every ounce of my blood stops pumping, every breath left in my lungs amounts to nothing, and every thought in my mind stops running, all the beats stop coming. Lord, please tell me something. A drop of ink may make it look you think so. When my pen dries, the cries of all my listeners rise. I'd rather go blind, cover my eyes, or forfeit smell, taste and such before losing touch. But when the music's over, but better yet, before it starts, amateurs built the art, professionals Titanic. So to the radio stations I warn you, you better listen for the pen, take heed to the craft, for you miss your life raft, thinking and thinking while hysterically I laugh. A thing of the past, what I question, when will they learn? When will they learn? When does the music stop? Well, let me tell you a secret. The music's in my heart, and it's still beating. When it stops, that's when you can say the music's died. The Panic mixtape, proving that it's still alive. See, I remember when my moms kicked me out the house. That's when music came alive for me. We cross over now. When will music be gone? I don't have the answers. Pass it down to generations and make it spread like cancer. Looking back to when I first really heard a beat, watching lunchtime freestyles, that was absurd to me. When I took the driver's seat, when I took the time to be, when I took that grinding beat and started as a real MC. See, I remember when I was first handed a microphone, shaking scared, but looked to my left and I was not alone. I never had a doubt, no, I knew we could. Music more than a sound, it's a brotherhood.